So DJ, continuing our beat juggling course, now we're going to move on to the pad jangling part, right? Which is when we use the pads here together with beat juggling techniques to further enhance our performance. So I'm going to demonstrate some patterns here, okay? And we'll keep progressing as the lesson goes on, all right? So here's the deal, guys. The music will be playing, okay? Here, I set it to mute at the end to make the explanation easier. So what am I going to do? Here we have the kick drum from the track, and here the kick drum from the track as well. Just a reminder, this is Family Affair, okay? The instrumental by Mary J, which is a good track because the elements are very well defined, all right? So what am I going to do? I'm going to open the crossfader this way, drop the kick drum here, drop the kick drum here, bring the crossfader back, and do a light baby scratch on the hi-hat, which is this part of the song, okay? So here's how it goes. Kick, kick, scratch on the hi-hat. Repeat. Kick, kick, scratch on the hi-hat. This is the first exercise, all right? So let's go. Did you notice, DJ? Kick on this side, baby scratch on the hi-hat. Kick on this side, baby scratch on the hi-hat. Now, when you do this move, you drop the kick here. And the kick here, it goes off beat. Because beat jangling works like this. You drop the music on one side, you drop the beat on one side. On the other side, when you drop it, it goes off beat, and you fix it by making some kind of intervention. So that's what creates the beat jangling effect, right? That's the cool effect of beat jangling. You take it off beat and then bring it back on beat on the other side. That's why it creates this cool effect. And these are really interesting techniques to enhance our performance, okay? So let's move on to the next pattern here, which is very similar, all right? But this time we're going to do a baby scratch on the snare, okay? So it's kick, kick, baby scratch on the snare. Kick, kick, baby scratch on the snare. Let's go. Did you notice, DJ? Same pattern. Kick, kick, baby scratch on the snare. In the first exercise, it was kick, kick, baby scratch on the hi-hat. This one was kick, kick, baby scratch on the snare. Now here's the next one. Kick, kick, baby scratch on the hi-hat and pause. Kick, kick, baby scratch on the hi-hat and pause. All right? Remember that you'll need to set up your controller so it stops like a turntable to get that fade-out effect. And in the settings of whatever software you're using, you can change that so it either stops abruptly or gives you that turntable style fade out. That's it, you see? Kick, kick, scratch on the hi-hat and pause. Kick, kick, scratch on the hi-hat and pause. So, DJ, I'm going to do it one more time here, okay? So in this case, if it were a routine, you would already move on to another pattern. You understand? Let's move on to the next one. The next pattern, DJ, is very similar to the first one we did, but we're going to add another element to the performance, okay? So what are we going to do? I'm going to throw it over here and hit the crossfader twice, pressing the kick on this side as well. So it will be kick, kick, kick twice with the crossfader hitting, and then I do baby scratch on the hi-hat and then on the snare. So it goes more or less like this. Kick, kick, crossfader twice, and scratch on the hi-hat. I'll show you with the sound, which makes it easier, okay? I also went ahead and did the pause at the end, which we learned at the beginning of the video. Now I'm going to do the same movement, but this time scratching on the snare. Did you notice, DJ? The same movement, scratch on the hi-hat, then the same movement, scratch on the snare. All right, let's move on to the next one. Now, DJ, let's put these two tricks together in a single performance, okay? I'm going to do that first one, which is kick, kick on this side, and scratch on the hi-hat, alright? I'm going to do it about 3 or 4 times. Then I'll make a transition to the other trick, which is kick, scratch on the snare, alright? Kick, scratch on the snare. So here's the thing. When I do the first one, I'm going to repeat the kick here, see? So I can get on beat and do the other trick, okay? So explaining it like this is a bit hard, but when you watch, it'll be easier to understand, alright? So let's go. Did you notice what I did, DJ? I started with that kick and the scratch on the hi-hat, kick, kick, scratch on the hi-hat about 3 times. Then I went kick, 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 kick to keep the timing, because music is like math, it has a tempo. Then I moved on to the other trick, which is kick, kick, scratch on the snare. And with that, it works for various patterns, so you can switch things up. That's why I say it's important to learn back-to-back first. In this case here, we're doing back-to-back with the pads, which makes it a bit easier. But if it were with turntables, it would be a bit harder, but it's just a matter of practice too. Alright?